Hidden away on the Essex coastline lies a magical world of craft and design, where forgotten treasures are given a new lease of life.
There we go.
We all have things that we love, but sometimes we just can't find a purpose for them. These unused items are cluttering up our homes, but they hold so many memories, we simply can't throw them away.
In this special episode, our remakers tackle some of our most precious keepsakes, our childhood toys.
All the pictures I've got is there.
It reminds me of being really happy as a child.
I've had it for such a long time. It deserves another lease of life, really.
In the workshop, our team of crafters will reimagine these mementos of our childhood.
This is 61 years worth of dust coming out of him.
A little bit of a nibble through there.
This is always the scary part of any project, of taking a crowbar to it.
Transforming them into something new and beautiful.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh my God.
At the workshop, our team are about to step back in time.
You just can't push it too far.
Very thick fabric.
Nice. That's good. That is very good. That is good.
First into the workshop is Barbara from Lancashire, who's brought in her favourite toy that's over 60 years old.
Barbara, thank you so much for bringing Big Ted in. He's been around a lot, hasn't he?
Oh, I have.
I'd like to introduce you to Velvet.
Hi, Velvet.
She's going to be in charge of creating something magical out of him. So, can you remember when you very first saw him?
I would have been 3, and it was a Christmas where my brother got his big bike, I got Big Ted. It was huge, and there are pictures everywhere where he's with me. All the pictures I've got is there, so that Christmas is really imprinted in my head.
Can you talk to me about your mum? Tell me the sort of person that your mum was.
My mum, as was my dad, was lovely, and they wanted us to have things that they hadn't had in their lifetime. Everything that she did was to just make us happy, really. And so that Christmas, I know that she'll have had worked very hard with my dad to have got us those things. It wasn't being spoiled.
No, but just nice things.
It was being loved.
Yeah.
And for everything that we ever got from them, her joy would have been our joy, you know.
And I know that you've moved a lot in your life, haven't you? Yeah. How many times?
20.
Wow. But you've managed to somehow keep hold
of Big Ted.
Big Ted, even though his leg's fallen off, his eyes have disappeared.
Yeah.
What is it about him that makes you keep hold of him?
It's that particular Christmas, that memory. And I think all the ensuing memories after. And because I lost my mum at 60 suddenly, which was awful, anything where I could, I kept, because it was always a part of her. And I got him out about 2 years ago.
Right.
And with the rocking chair that's my mum's, they'll both go to little Tommy.
Little Tommy is Barbara's cousin's grandchild, who's around the same age as she was when she got Big Ted.
So I've not been able to meet him, but see the pictures and everything. And I just thought, this Teddy needs to go to Tommy.
Right.
And his mum's very excited because it's heirlooms.
Yeah, of course. And like you say, it's passing down heirlooms from one generation to the next, isn't it? And it's Tommy's turn now, I guess, to inherit Big Ted, but not in its current state, because he's not going to look like that when you see him next. Have you got your head around that process?
If it's something the little Tommy could use, and his big Ted's got another life. You know, if he gives pleasure to somebody else, and there may be somebody else, you know, through time, then that's what's important to me.
What sort of ideas have you got?
It's amazing that he's been around for this long. 61 years?
61, yeah.
It's amazing. But yeah, he has seen better days.
Haven't we all?
And I can tell he's been well loved. Yeah, his eyes are gone, and I'm sure his eyes were beautiful when he had them.
Yeah, they were big brown ones.
Aww. And his leg is gone as well.
It's not gone, it's just slightly moved from where it should be.
It's waiting.
It's waiting. So yeah, my idea, definitely going down the route of keeping him practical so he can be used again.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of turning him into a backpack.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
So I'm thinking of cleaning him up a little bit, giving him a new lease of life, taking his stuffing out, and he'll make a gorgeous backpack.
That'd be fabulous.
And something that Tommy would enjoy and he can pass down as well.
Absolutely
What a great
wonderful.
idea.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic
And also,
idea.
when he's wearing it, he'll feel like he's having a little hug.
Might keep him.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Yeah, definitely.
So he's going on to a new life
New life.
as a backpack, and
Yeah.
think
That's,
of
that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, a perfect circle.
So I'm going to unpick him at the neck and take out his stuffing. Cutting him up is quite a sad thing to do because, you know, with all the memories and the emotion that goes with it. I had many dolls, and growing up I was quite shy, so they were my only friends. And it just gave me some kind of comfort, and I think every little kid needs that. So I completely understand, you know, the memories that Barbara had with this.
Teddy bears became popular toys at the beginning of the 20th century, but they first originated in Germany. Today, Velvet has to be a bit brutal with this cuddly chap.
So now we're gonna cut off his head. Bye, Big Ted. Oh, this is quite easy. His head's off now. So I'm just cutting down the seams so it'll be easier to stitch back up if I follow the seam lines. So, so much straw inside here. All the dust. Yeah. This is 61 years worth of dust coming out of him. So now I'm gonna take off his other leg. I think it's screwed on.
After Velvet and Ted both get cleaned up, it's time to fire up the sewing machine.
It's come up nicely and it's still lovely and soft, considering it was like 60 years old, which I think is amazing. So this is the pieces of the backpack, and this will make his belly. And this is where the zip would be. So this is going to be at the centre back of the teddy bear. And then we just stitch. There we go, and then we do back tack. So it's giving me a really nice close stitch, and it looks wicked. So now I'm going to put on the other side. Ta-da! Yay! And that's the spine of Big Ted. He now has a zip.
Next up is new mum-to-be Kaylee.
Have you got names? Yes. We've got Roxy for a girl.
Nice.
And Rufus for a boy.
Who's brought along her favourite childhood toy. Titch and Rada are going to pitch their ideas for your beautiful, beautiful, if slightly rough around the edges, doll's house.
Yes, it's been very, very loved by a lot of people.
Talk me through how you first came to be in possession of this, because were you at a car boot sale?
I was, so I must have been about 4 or 5.
Can you remember it?
I vividly remember picking it up and just wanting it so much. And my nan, obviously being my nan, is quite soft, obviously bought it for me. So, yeah, it made me a very happy girl.
And am I right in thinking it stayed in your grandmother's house?
It did, yes. So I used to visit my nan every weekend with my brothers.
Right.
So every weekend I'd look forward to going and playing with it.
Well, obviously you've got a lot of use out of it.
Yes, yeah, I got a lot of use out of it.
Roof's disappeared.
Roof's disappeared. I made an extra bedroom at some point.
It's open plan.
I love the yellow shutters with the little hearts in, and actually inside the doll's house is my nan's old carpet. So it has lots of sentimental value.
Talking about doll's houses being passed down from generation to generation, someone's about to hatch. You're pregnant with your first child.
I am, yes.
And that's an amazing, exciting time for anyone, but particularly because it's not been an easy journey for you, has it?
No, it's been really hard. We tried for 3 years, and then earlier this year we got the biggest surprise, and it's just made me kind of think about my childhood and what it is I want to pass on to my baby. And I think the house, I would love to pass it on, but not as it is at the moment.
Have you got any idea as to what you would like to happen to it?
I haven't got the foggiest. I'm usually quite a creative person, but I can't look at that and see anything but a doll's house.
Kaylee has brought in her much-loved childhood toy and will choose between 2 transformations from regular remakers Titch and Rada. So Kaylee, now comes the fun part, because you have to decide between 2 brilliant and very clever artistic minds. Titch?
It's a really nice piece. I think it's fantastic, and with its history as well. I don't want to take it apart, really, but potentially what I would like to do is renovate it in a way and then convert it so it's actually a bookshelf for your baby's nursery.
Yeah.
Keep all the front, those lovely little window panes and stuff like that, and enable the front to slide down, and it reveals inside it all the books for your newborn baby.
That's a great idea. Well done, Titch. That's a good idea. Keep that idea in mind.
Yeah.
Rada, what have you got?
I really appreciate that there's so many really nice details in it. And so I want to pull that apart and make it into something completely fresh.
Okay.
And so I wanted to make it into a new little toy train with some old school carriages in the back. It almost acts as a doll's house that will be missing one of the fronts so that the new baby can still play inside the toy train. And yeah, I think it could be something really beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm glad I'm not choosing this one, because I like both.
There's such good ideas. When you said about the train, one of the games I used to play with the house was that it was on a zoo, and there was a little toy train that went alongside it, and we've long lost the train. And I think that's quite a nice way to remember that game that I used to play. It's a really hard choice, but I think the train...
You're going to go train?
Yeah.
Well done, Rada.
Thank you very much.
I think the train idea is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice, and I can see how that'll work with those lovely windows and stuff like that.
So, Kaylee, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. A bit emotional as well, because it's kind of saying goodbye to something that has been around forever. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to the old doll's house. The doll's house was a wonderful piece in my history, and now I want it to be a wonderful piece in somebody else's history. I think I have quite a romantic view of what it would be like for my child to play with the train. I think I'll be quite emotional. There'll be a lot of tears, I think, from my part, but really happy tears, you know.
A popular child's toy since the 1930s, dolls' houses were first built in the 16th century. Replicas of rich family homes, they were a record of the times and a sign of wealth and status.
This is a project that I'm really excited to start on because it's amazing. So what I'm going to be making is a toy train with an open side so that it can still be utilised in the same way that a doll's house would be, but it will be all moving, it will be on wheels, it'll be nice and funky, it'll be really nice and colourful. Then there's so many really beautiful details on it that I'm going to carry forward. One thing that she loves are these windows right here.
Rada's been working with wood since his uncle taught him to make toy swords when he was a child.
This is always the scary part of any project, of taking a crowbar to it, and this has got so many memories behind it. So, Kaylee, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. But it'll be better by the end of it, trust me. I have to be really careful pulling this apart because I've got a staple that doesn't want to come out, and if it tears out that corner, it'll completely ruin it. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Okay. Whew. Okay. Right. This is surprisingly difficult. I have to be really delicate not to snap any of these walls, especially because this is one of the only pieces that I'm keeping from this doll's house. It's really important that it's okay. My heart for a second, but it's all right. Okay, good, nice. One of the other things that I wanted to keep is this carpet that's on the inside. Now, Kaylee was saying that this carpet's actually from her grandma's house, so I'm gonna try and use this maybe as the floor for the trains. Let's take some of these doors. I think maybe I'll take the roof, just in case.
The rest of the toy train will be built from scratch using quality materials to make it super safe for Kaylee's little one.
This is what we got. 2 doors, 2 windows, the floor and the roof. Right, let's go build a train.
It's literally falling apart on me.
As always, you wait for one train and then 2 come along at once. Malcolm from Cambridgeshire has brought in his first ever toy, which he hopes can be remade into something completely new. So Malcolm, I'd like to introduce you to Lee.
Hello, Malcolm. How you doing?
Isn't this cute?
It is certainly cute, yeah, absolutely.
So this is a little wooden train set that you got when you were a tiny baby, weren't you?
Yeah, it was the earliest present that I had. I was literally just born. It was something that was brought for me by a family member. The reason why she got it was, you know, because the excitement of sort of seeing me, and unfortunately, after I was born, she passed away, yeah.
That's hard.
So it's something that, you know, I'd like to sort of cherish and sort of keep that memory going.
But it's such a beautiful piece. It's such an innocent toy.
It's just one of those things that I've managed to keep hold of all this time, and it's been hidden away in the attic.
And I just love the detail on it. It's just beautiful.
Unfortunately, it sort of was obviously used quite a bit because, as you can see, it's not in such a nice state as it used to be.
But it's not bad, you know. It's really not bad. I mean, a few little bits have fallen off, but considering it's what do you reckon?
Probably getting close to 50 years old.
But I bet it gave you hours of fun.
Definitely. I have one very vivid memory of playing with this, running it across the top of the sofa whilst looking out the window waiting for my parents to come home from work.
Yeah.
And I just distinctly remember just going like this, and my nan saying, "Stop it, you'll ruin the sofa."
The thing with childhood toys is that they can hold so much more than just the memory of playing with the toy.
Yeah.
It's the whole kit and caboodle, isn't it? It's an amazing little piece. And you've brought it in because you don't know what to do with it.
I've had it for such a long time, and it deserves another lease of life, really.
I think I had something quite similar when I was a youngster. I think mine had more colour in it, though, a bit smaller.
Got any ideas?
I normally work with metal, so I naturally didn't instantly come up with an idea, but I think I might have got it. Initially, when I say it, it's quite a boring thing. You know, I want to make a lampshade. But what I can do is, if I can create a sphere shape, so what I'll do is I dismantle the whole train down into all its little component parts. But also, I'd love to chat with you about other elements in your life which, you know, represent you during your life and different things that I can bring in to it.
So what would you say your passions are?
Well, rugby, my family, and my animals.
Excellent.
Favourite animal that you own?
Probably the favourite animal would be one of the poison dart frogs.
OK.
That I've got.
Wow.
So, Lee, if you could somehow come up with a concept that will include rugby, this train set and poison dart frogs, that would be amazing.
Well, what I'm thinking is I will use elements of metal to structure it all, you know, bring it all together. If I can create a form which is maybe rugby ball shaped, that's got all little elements of this in, but also, you know, when it turns on, then it will actually project a dart frog onto the wall and a little part of this train. But because you'll have this sort of combination of wood and metal, aesthetically, it'll be a lovely object.
Blake, what do you reckon? Good idea?
Very good idea.
I mean, I've no idea how he's going to actually pull it off, but...
Nor do I. I'll work it. I'm good at making it up as I go along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'll be great. You happy with that, Malcolm?
Yes, definitely.
Perfect.
Brilliant. All right, no worries.
Let's bring it on. Bye-bye, little train.
Oh.
The fact that Lee's now going to make it into a lamp, I'm speechless. It's going to look fantastic, I'm sure. And I've already in my mind got an idea of where I'm going to place it in the house as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like.
At the forge, metalsmith and sculptor Lee is about to start work on his transformation of Malcolm's 50-year-old toy train into a unique lamp.
What I'm going to do is I've got to disassemble all of these pieces. Then I'm going to get a thread saw in, and I'm going to make myself a little. I'm going to make him a little dart frog out of the front part of the train here. I will then forge steel into the little legs and arms and have it sitting there on the top of the rugby ball shape, which I'm going to be making out of the rest of the parts. So, you know, until I start taking it apart, I'm not going to quite know how it's going to come together. So I feel like I'm sort of making it up a little bit as I go along. It's going to come apart very, very simply, I think. Let's get that one under there. I hope. Come on.
Permission to enter the inner sanctum.
Come on in, come on in. Here we go.
Little choo-choo train.
Oh, it's not quite in the same condition it was when you last saw it.
But I remember when I last saw it, you were saying to me, it'll be pretty easy to dismantle.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Yeah, it wasn't as easy as I hoped, but it did come apart in the end.
And
yeah.
these are all the little cute
Yeah, these are all the little
aren't they?
bits we're hoping to keep hold of in some way, shape, or size. So I think it's going to be. I think it's going to come together quite well. So I've got to create this sort of metal frame. Yeah, so I've just a little drawing of the rugby ball there. It's about the kind of just to get. So I've got something to measure from. So I work out what dimensions I need. Because I've got these two rods of stainless steel, and I'm going to be welding them at a fixed position apart.
Right.
So that when I get the screws will come up
they'll fit
straight
through.
up through. So I can actually, you know, choose different places.
To attach.
Yeah.
These will then be screwed on to the metal.
Yeah, and I need it to be really, you know, secure and rigid so that when I come to actually sculpt the shape of the ball, things don't actually vibrate and fall off. You know, it's all a bit trial and error at the moment.
You know that expression, biting off more than you can chew?
I think that may be a little bit of the case, yeah. But I think as long as I stay focused, you know, do all that stuff, I will probably be all right.
You'll be grand.
Be right.
I will leave you to it.
Brilliant.
Got
Lovely
your
to see you.
You too.
All
well
right.
done. Across the workshop, Velvet is working on creating the bag element of the Big Ted backpack.
I've chosen this lovely fabric. I love the rainbows. So this is going to act as the lining for the bag. I just like the colours. It just makes me happy. So I need to join this onto the zip. And that will go inside out and be joined like that. So when you open the zip, when you open the bag, this is what you're going to see. Isn't it good? So that will go in like that. That's all you need. I'm just going to put on his straps now. Big Ted, he's now small Ted because I've made him to scale so it will fit little Tommy nicely. So I've sewn in the bottom straps. Now I'm going to put in the top straps. Let's go. So I wasn't sure whether to have the straps facing inwards or outwards. So I wasn't sure whether I wanted the teddy bear to be like this, so he's hugging little Tommy, or this way round, so Big Ted can see the world. But I've made the straps in such a way that little Tommy has the choice of whether he has it this way or this way. So it makes the bag quite unique. So now I'm gonna sew on the straps, and then the inside of the seam is going to be hidden by the head of the teddy bear. So we're not going to see any of this. And then cut that off. I'm stitching it again, and this will give it extra strength. So this strap is not going to go anywhere. And now look at this. So this will go here, and then this goes here. I think this is the perfect size to put in some snacks and some toys. I think that he'll love it. So the last thing for me to do is to put on the head and then add on the eyes. But I can't wait for Barbara to see this, and I hope little Tommy loves it.
While Velvet adds the finishing touches to Ted, Barbara is on her way back to the workshop to see the transformation of her beloved childhood toy.
Hey, Barbara, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Do you remember Velvet?
I know Velvet.
So we're here to talk about Ted.
Yes.
Your teddy bear that you got when you were 3.
Yes.
So you've had him quite a while.
Yes, 63 years.
I'm always interested in why people don't get rid of things like that. Why did you keep him?
He was a very special Ted that I got on particularly, I think, being spoilt Christmas, me and my brother.
Yeah.
After that Christmas, he seemed to go everywhere with me.
Yeah.
And then in a box in the loft.
Velvet's worked super hard on this one. Have you enjoyed doing it?
Yeah, it's been a challenge, but
What's
yeah.
been challenging about it?
Just trying to keep his essence as much as I can and, like, still make him, you know, still be Big Ted and not take it away from him. Yeah.
He's sort of little Ted now, actually.
Yeah.
But he's still Ted.
Smaller.
Little Tommy's not that big.
Because you want to hand him on to Tommy, don't you?
I
Who's
do.
your cousin's grandson?
That's
yes.
right.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's see whether he's going to like it or not. Are you ready for this?
I am.
Ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, my God. Oh, Velvet. Oh. Oh, he's got his blue feet. That is so beautiful.
He's got some eyeballs.
Yeah, he's got new eyes.
I know.
Yeah. He's been cleaned up.
Oh, my God.
And
I
yeah,
can't.
he is a bit smaller.
Take him off.
And his backpack.
Yeah. And if you look inside, he's got beautiful lining. Yeah.
Hey,
Rainbows.
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just, honestly, I just didn't imagine it was being another teddy. But that's even better.
And I think that's the thing that's so lovely about it, is that she's just sort of waved a magic wand and shrunk him a bit.
Yeah.
And given him some eyeballs.
Yeah. And these straps are adjustable. And the backpack, you can wear it either this way, so he's facing you, or the other way, so he's facing out.
Absolutely. Wonderful, honestly.
Do you think Tommy is going to get him or not? They've been taking from you. Do you think he will get him or not? What do you reckon, Teddy? Where are you going?
Ted's got a new life for something else.
Exactly.
And he can sort of work his way down the generations.
Absolutely.
That is so special. Thank you so much.
The stories he could tell, eh?
Well, yeah, I've probably been fucking his eyes out.
Well done, Velvet.
Can I hug?
Of course you can. Get in there.
You're very welcome.
It's gone far beyond my expectations, to be honest, and complete delight. It's that attention to detail and care, that finishing off, that making it special. I couldn't have asked for anything better. I just couldn't.
Moving this up and down. Here we go.
Over in the Saved and Remade workshop, Rada is applying his woodcrafting skills.
Ah, Rada, the master at work. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. So this is Kaylee's doll's house.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to use all of the bits or not?
Yeah, so originally my plan was to use this whole piece, but as you can see, it is quite unusable with all the sort of wallpaper coming off. But I've got a little plan of what I'm going to do with these. What I'm planning on doing is actually cutting these little bushes out, and then on the inside of the train, I'll be making it as if it's miniature artwork. So I'll do little frames around them, and it'll be a little nod to it.
Brilliant. And what are we doing here? What were you doing when I came and interrupted you?
Yeah, so this is going to be the roofs. Now, I've got 2 trailers that are going to be attached onto the train, and these will be the roofs for both of them.
Amazing.
And so what I've been doing is just using this little block plane to just start taking off these edges and start rounding it over. But seeing as you're here, you'll be a really helpful hand.
Can I have a go?
So if you just place your finger in this center part, just press down on the front, and you'll get a really nice little curl.
Crikey. If I make a mistake, you'll be able to rectify it, right?
It should be all right.
Yeah, famous last words. So like that.
Go on, give it a good push.
Oh, there you go.
That's it.
Look.
That's it.
My first one. God, I can see why you like this. It's very therapeutic, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, I'm in the groove now, look. I love it. And I can see why woodwork is your thing, because it is just such a gentle, therapeutic... I say that now because I'm not trying to build this. So I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to come back for this for the guinea pigs, yeah?
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, Rada.
In the workshop, Lee is welding, creating a metal ball structure so he can transform the old toy train into a lamp, combining 2 of Malcolm's loves, rugby and his pet frogs.
A little bit of a nibble through there. What I've got here now is the structure that I'm going to be able to put all the wood component parts on. So, but what I've got to do is I've got to cut this in half.
Once chopped in 2, Lee can start attaching the broken down bits of Malcolm's wooden toy train.
So what's going to happen is the little screws are going to come through, but when I get this all sanded back, you're just going to have little silver dots over the whole thing. Then I can weld these 2 bits back together. I have that piece on the stand, that's where the lamp is, and then that'll be a lampshade that goes over the top. So at the moment, I think I've got quite a lot of work ahead of me to bring this all to completion. After talking to Malcolm at the very beginning of all this, he had a few loves in life, and one being rugby, and the others being his pet poisoned dart frogs. So, as soon as I saw that little block of wood on the front there, I thought that would make a great little body. So that is what I've I'm going to do. I'm going to carve that into a shape. Use steel to build the legs up and the little feet and what have you. And then get it to sit on top of the rugby ball lampshade. It's all a little bit chaotic, but hopefully the end result will be, you know, especially once I've got a load of, Danish oil onto it and the light coming up from inside, it should all come together quite nicely, I think.
As Lee finesses the final details of the lamp, Malcolm is arriving to see what has become of his toy train.
Hello.
Hi there. Hey, Malcolm, how you doing?
OK, thank you.
Very
Welcome
lovely
back.
to see you again.
I'm so excited.
Are you? Are you excited or nervous or a bit of both?
Definitely a bit of both, I would think. Probably more excited than nervous, though.
My daughter always calls it nervous-sighted.
Nervous-sighted.
Which I think that's quite a good word.
Well, I think that's where I was when I first saw the item, I think.
But I think what Lee has done, and I'm about to show you, is taken into account all of your interests and all of the things that you love. And really hope you like this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow. So it's a rugby ball.
Yeah.
With a frog on it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The frog body is actually made from the engine, the front of the actual train.
Yeah.
And the eyes are the rivets that were holding the wheels on.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Do you recognise this?
Yeah, that's the bits that connected it to each of the carriages. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
If you look inside as well, you can see all the little stencils that were on the outside of the train.
Yeah,
the
I
little
wanted to keep those flowers in. So as you peer through, you'll be able to pick them out inside. So
see them still. It's absolutely beautiful.
Have you got a favourite bit?
I think the frog, does the way that he's sort of like perched on top of it. Because that is a sort of thing that they do. They do sort of find something to sit on.
Yeah. It's like climbing up to the top to get the best view, so you can catch the biggest fly.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's worked out well, and I'm well chuffed. You're chuffed.
Excellent.
Most definitely.
Joy all round.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm so glad you like it, Malcolm. Take it home and give it pride of place in the living room.
I will.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Now I've seen the item, and from what it originally was to how it is now, I'm just absolutely overwhelmed. It's just, it's beautiful. It really is. He's a very clever man with what he's done and how he's encompassed me, really, in one item. You know, definitely a gift that's now going to carry on giving for years and years going forward.
I need to cut this in half. Just making one massive curtain. What am I doing?
Back with our talented woodwork expert, Rada's carefully creating a toy train from Kaylee's much-loved doll's house.
Now I'm at the stage where I want to pull through these bush paintings that Kaylee really liked from that doll's house. So what I'm going to be doing is slicing it out using the table saw, and then using this little beading that I created earlier, I'm going to use this to frame around these paintings and actually be able to create something that should look like a giant piece of art on the inside of these trains. That should decorate it out quite nicely. Right, let's go cut this up. Using this solid chunk of oak, I'm going to be making the wheels for the whole piece. So I'm just going to turn this on the lathe, get a nice solid straight cylinder, and then using this dowel, I'll use that as the axle for the wheels. Should be nice and simple. Got about 8 wheels there, and that is brilliant.
While Kaylee may have a little while to wait before her new addition to the family, the moment has arrived to see what's become of her cherished childhood doll's house. Come on in, Kaylee. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Really lovely to see you again. Obviously, you remember Rada.
Welcome back, welcome back.
How are we cooking? How many more
We're
weeks?
cooking pretty good. We're 29 weeks, measuring about 32.
And do you know what you're having yet?
Having a little boy. So we're very, very excited. Just getting the house together, and yeah, it's very.
It's coming close,
magical,
isn't it?
actually. Yeah.
Oh,
it's brilliant.
I'm so chuffed. Rada, did you have fun with this? Because it's children, isn't it? It's magical. It's a doll's house.
Yeah, I had so much fun working on it. I mean, there's a lot of really cool little details that I sort of added in. It was definitely a challenge with this one, but I'll show you and I'll talk you all the way through.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
We're going to do this together because there's a lot of velvet. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, you've even kept the carpet.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love the colour as well.
Oh, good.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, look, it's even got the little picture frame of the print. Oh, I'm actually shaking. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Well done. It's just the detail that you've kept is amazing.
Yeah, so what I did is I managed to I was dissecting the doll's house and taking everything that I could sort of transfer straight into this. So a lot of things that you noticed already was the carpet. That's one of the eye-catching things. And then we've got the same windows and the shutters.
I don't actually want my baby to play with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just thank you. It's really amazing.
There's also some beautiful little minute details going on here. Can you show Kaylee what you've done on the inside of this one?
Yeah, so right here.
Look!
I love scaling things down, so...
I just wonder about, because the wood was quite thin there as well, so actually trying to get that detail out must have been really difficult.
This is so clever. And you've also got the door there.
The old garage door.
The little garage door on the back of a train now.
And what I love about this is that you rescued that doll's house from a car boot sale. You had hours, days, weeks, years of fun with it, and now Rada's rescued it and has turned it into this beautiful train that I hope will give your little one in there hours and hours of fun.
I'm sure it will. Yeah. My first reaction when I saw the train was just absolute awe, because it was the doll's house, but just slightly different, and I think all the love and all the fun that I had with it as a child has just been captured into that object. And he's just done such a great job. I immediately noticed the colour, because it's the colour that we've been using in the nursery as a sort of accent colour. So the green, it's absolutely fits in so well with what we want for the bedroom. And to have all the little details on it that I remember seeing it's just, I'm so overwhelmed with how amazing it is.